go to Pottery. We have to hurry, catch a train. 10 minutes. I think maybe we can make it. Probably, yeah. Everything went well with the trains. I made it. I have to cycle for 20 minutes first and then get one train and then another train, and I think that takes a little over an hour. And then the last episode of my journey is a 10-15 minute walk to the center, the culture center. X, they rebranded it and called it X now. Well, explore and experience and that kind of things. Anyways, it's part of the university I used to go to, where students in their spare time, it's an extracurricular activity. They can make art. They have also screen printing and ceramics and photography studios and music stuff and sports as well, dance. And I'm an assistant at the Open Studios, which is in the weekend where people with some experience can work on their craft, and I just have to make sure they clean up after themselves, and I'm there to answer questions, but I don't teach. That's basically it. And in return I can make ceramics for free, which makes it worth it to travel all the way here, because getting a ceramic studio in Amsterdam would be expensive, and I don't have a lot of money. I don't. So yeah, let's get going. Just want to say, I don't think it's fair for me to say that I don't have a lot of money, because I'm quite rich. I live in the first world country. There's a lot of people who have much less money than me, even in first world countries. But I don't have to worry about having food or a roof over my head, and I do really appreciate what I do have. So caveat there. We're almost there. Are you excited? I am. We're here. Finally. This space used to be a dance studio. That's why there's giant mirrors behind the closets. But I'm not sure how comfortable I'm gonna be filming and talking around other people. So maybe this is the last year here for me. In a while. Yeah. I think I was here last 2 weeks ago, and I made all these donuts. It's 7 of them. They're in plastic, so they don't dry out too much in the meantime. And today I'm going to see if I can make anything with them.
So this is just how it came from the wheel. It's upside down right now. This is the bottom, and I'm going to trim it so it's nice and round on both sides like this one. So let's take it to the wheel. Unfortunately, I lost the footage of me actually trimming it, but maybe I'll film it some next time. Here's the result, nice and round. I really like this shape, it's really fun to hold. And here's all of them. More nice. Finished. is definitely the most fun shape to make, in my opinion. They were supposed to be hollow, but something went wrong, and they're kind of not. But in some places they are, which is not ideal, but it's okay.
It's the end of the day. Studio's empty again. I cleaned it. Mostly people clean their own stuff, but I have to do some extra cleaning. And it's time to go home. I did not do as much as I expected to do, but that's okay. Oh. Yeah. So I'm gonna finish them up next week. And maybe I'll film it, maybe I won't. But you'll see when they are finished. Bye. So now I'm going back to the train. I think I'm gonna go climbing for a bit between going home. Maybe I'll film that too. Maybe not. You'll see. Or you won't. Bye. I'm gonna end this video with a little Q&A, but first I'm gonna blabber a little bit. I wanted to do a pottery vlog for a long time, and then finally I decided like it's better to do it in like low quality and not to do it at all. So I filmed it on my phone instead of my big camera, which would be a bit annoying to handle, and I don't want it to get like all clayey because my hands get really dirty while I'm working. I definitely want to make a better one in the future because now I lost a bunch of footage, like showing you around the studio and all that kind of things. But I'm still happy I did it. So, time for a little Q&A. First question is, how did you get started? I already explained it a little bit at the start, but my university where I went to has this center, it used to call it, has this culture center where you can follow courses in ceramics, and I also did fashion design and screen printing and all other kinds of things, but ceramics is the one that stuck and I really liked it. I took 3 courses. Well, actually, no. I now remember the first time I did ceramics was not there. It was with my mom and my sister. We went on a holiday to France where some Dutch people had a like summer program where they teach you pottery in a week. And that's the first time I did it. I was really not that good at it back then, but I really liked it. And it was really fun. It's called dekleischool.nl if you're interested. So that's how I started, and I did those courses, and at some point I stopped taking the courses and began working at the open studios where there's no teacher, you just work by yourself. And I became an assistant there as well. And then a lot of people want to ask me how they can get started, and I would say take a course. If there's no courses near you, and they're really popular, so you have to be early with signing up often. If there's no courses or they're all full, you can just buy some supplies, I guess, and make it at home. You won't be able to like throw on the wheel, but you can make some like sculpture thingies. Something like this one should definitely be possible at home. You just get some clay, make the shape, and then you need a place that will fire it for you with kilns. They definitely exist, you just need to do some research. And then you also need to buy some glazes to finish it up. But it's definitely much more fun if you have a course or a studio somewhere where you can do it together with other people and ask questions. But if you're dedicated, you could do it at home as well. Or if you already took a course, then you can continue doing it at home. Question 2. What's my favorite glaze color? I actually glaze almost everything with a transparent glaze, like this boy. Then you can see the colors underneath that I use, which are not glazes, but I use various things, which I come back to later. But sometimes I use like a white glaze, like this boy, or something else. I do love colors, so. But glazes tend to like run into each other a bit if you like put them next to each other, so the lines won't be as crisp, and that's not ideal for making decorations in the way I want to do it. Question 3 is how to paint ceramics. So there's a lot of ways to do this. I suggest, if you want to do it yourself, to do some research online. But we have this substance called clay bright, and you put it on your pieces after they're fired once. This is what I did the socks on this boy with. This person, they don't have a gender because they're a ghost. They don't need a gender. It's like a paint with just the color and no gloss in it, because glazes actually are gloss and it melts nicely to have a cover. So there's actually a layer of glass on there. Then you can have pigments. I work with that sometimes, or just put some water and pigment and then draw on your ceramic. Also the biscuit fired one, and there's ceramic pencils, and there's like crayons. There's a lot of things actually, but I use clay bright mostly, which is a brand, not sponsored. It's just what they have at my studio. It's an underglaze. There's lots of underglazes you can use. The next question is, how do you come up with what you want to make? How do you decide it? Do you make sketches? And yes, I do. Back when I used to make work like this one here, I would just throw a thing, like a shape on the wheel, just whatever would come out, or I would try something, and then I just put a face on there, basically. And now I have a bit more, I don't know, complex, a bit more different pieces. They're not all the same-ish. They don't follow as strict as of a recipe. Now I have a little sketchbook that I make sketches in the train usually when I'm going to ceramics. And then I draw things, and I save a lot of things that I find on Pinterest or on Instagram, and I go through with the ideas I got from those, and I make sketches. So here's my sketchbook. These are the sketches I made. For example, this one, and then later I made this one, are the sketches I used to make this ghost. So it's really basic. It's just for me to remember. I don't really plan it out super in depth here. And the last question I got from my Instagram was, what are you going to make next? I'm working on this boy. It's a fox. I already made it, and it's in the kiln right now, I think, or it's somewhere, I don't know. I just need to glaze it. And then I also really want to make this one, because it's so fun. But for now I'm also just going to be busy a lot with the bookends I showed you. Here. These. They're actually based on this drawing I made. Here. Painting, drawing, whatever. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!